Good morning and welcome back to Big Mouth. So, Iron Fist has been cancelled at Netflix, the first Marvel Netflix property to be cancelled. But this can't come as any surprise, can it? From the development stage, this show was doomed. It was like they were reading the comics upside down. From the casting, the writing, the plotting, Colleen Wigg. Colleen Wigg was, if that's how you pronounce her name, it was a big problem. Now, Colleen's a big character within that mythos. And of course, she's a love interest, but she's a lot more than that. But just like Danny Rand, she never had the personality. And the big problem when you're doing individual hero stories is to have the love interest with that character every step of the way. It dumbs down what you're trying to do. And that was the whole problem here. But it went beyond that. I mean, the first season was like a series of Dallas, not a superhero show. And I just felt it didn't work. It's not a load of rubbish by any stretch of the imagination. But what they did and how they did it just didn't work. And it is very interesting for me because I've dropped all of the Marvel Netflix shows, but obviously I'm going to be watching Daredevil Season 3, and hopefully I can post some reviews on here. But ultimately, when you look at these creatives, you look at their experience, and you look at the other shows that they've done, even though I've dropped them because they, quite frankly, bored me. But they've done a good job with them. Jessica Jones, Luke Cage is all right. He could be the next to go if they're not careful. But ultimately, you've got to understand that if you're listen, this is a big warning to all networks, broadcast networks, streaming giants like Netflix and Amazon. If you're going to dumb down properties, we're going to make you pay for it. We're not going to watch. You see, the problem is with these companies, they think we're a bunch of idiots who will watch anything that they market half well. And this is the problem with Iron Fist. It was boring. It was uninteresting. The characters were uninteresting. And it was never going to work. And this is really interesting and ironic to me that a big superhero show's been cancelled. And it's a Marvel one, not a DC one. When you look at the problems that Supergirl's had, Legends of Tomorrow's had creatively, but they're still there because they have an audience. Not only do they have an audience because they're broadcast, and you get so much from your Blu-ray sales as well. So the ratings on the CW are not vitally important. But because it's broadcast and you can sell off the broadcasting rights, the international ones, to Netflix or any other streaming giant who wants them, and then you've got the Blu-rays, they've got more of a capacity to make money. Once something's on Netflix, it's on Netflix. You're not going to get the Blu-ray. I mean, unless you're that obsessed with Marvel properties, what's the point? It's there. It isn't going anywhere. Well, that'll be interesting, won't it, to see if Iron Fist Season 1 and 2 actually remains on the streaming service. I haven't seen Iron Fist Season 2. I nearly did, but I just couldn't be bothered with it. I was going to do it in terms of the channel and for content, but then I thought, nah, can't be bothered. Sometimes as a YouTuber, you just got to say, yeah, well, this might get me a few views, but I myself am not interested in doing it. Because I wasn't enriched by what I saw. And this is why I've dropped Marvel Netflix. And I love Daredevil Season 1, but it is my opinion. After that, the content was very dumbed down. And I felt that with Daredevil Season 2, which is still probably better than anything else that Marvel Netflix have done. But, you know, once you bore me, that's it. I mean, years ago, I used to watch everything from Lost to 24 because there was an originality about TV back then and film. But now I'm getting a bit bored and I'm handpicking what I'm watching because, first of all, I'm really busy. I'm developing the first English-speaking dramas here in Cyprus. I'm writing my novel, Gender Wars, as well. And we'll have to talk about that one day again. I know I've already spoken about it on this channel. But, yeah, basically, as we all know, everyone who's involved, who watches this stuff, who knows about this, who eats and breathes entertainment knows that Iron Fist was just the duck that didn't hunt. It's as simple as that. I feel sorry for the cast and the people working on the show, but ultimately they were let down, really, by Netflix and Marvel Studios, really, because that's who produced this show. And they were let down. They created a TV show that just wasn't good enough.